My name is Shartavia Stevens, and today I'm going to be speaking with you about the role of non-governmental organizations in the disaster relief effort. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with the presentation. So what exactly is a non-governmental organization? Well, they're called NGOs for short, and they're basically any not-for-profit voluntary organization that is not affiliated with the government. They do work very closely with government efforts. However, they are not a part of the government, and they are founded on local, state, as well as national levels and international. I'm sorry. And they basically come together for a common purpose. Usually it's a shared interest, and it's not just limited to disaster relief. Historically, NGOs have played an especially important role in the disaster relief effort, and that they supplement the efforts of the government. And it's also important to know that they're present in not just one, but all four phases of the relief effort, from mitigation to preparedness to response and to recovery. You will see the NGOs playing a role, whether small or large, in the relief effort. First, we're going to talk about how NGOs participate in mitigation activities. These are actions that usually occur before a disaster and are meant to eliminate or reduce the severity of a disaster event. So this is just an example of some mitigation activities. Here you see the American Red Cross offers brochures as well as training classes on things that you can do to prepare for and avoid a disaster. The second phase is preparedness. The main goals here are to minimize damage, ensure that all operations are in sync, and to make sure that the organization is ready to respond. The North American Mission Board's website offers a myriad of manuals and other preparatory resources. Also, in honor of National Preparedness Month, which was this past September, the Salvation Army took part in California's Shake Out, Don't Freak Out event, which reminds people what to do before, during, and after an earthquake. The response stage, I feel, is one of the more noticeable ones because this is generally what happens immediately after the disaster event. This is where you see organizations shuttling in supplies, and you see volunteers on site trying to help clear the rubble, and you see a lot of action here because people are mobilizing in response to the disaster event. Here we have some pictures depicting some of the effects of Hurricane Irene. The Church World Service provided cleanup buckets containing various supplies to the areas affected. Last but not least, we have the recovery stage. Here, the goal is to get things back to normal, which includes first restoring vital systems with the rest. These pictures depict the Salvation Army's truck in Texas and their banner asking for donations. The Salvation Army is still currently in Texas and tornado ravaged Tennessee, aiding in long term recovery efforts.